Welcome back, everyone. Today we'll be speaking with a player who has currently been dominating in basketball all around the globe. She has just come off a Hungarian national championship, debuted with the Diamond Valley Eagles, just dropping a lazy 37 points, as well as being named the captain for the Opals in this Trans-Tasman showdown. All right, if you haven't guessed it already, it is Steph Reid. So, Reidie, thank you so much for jumping on a call with me today because I know you're absolutely in the thick of it with Opals training and Opals games at the moment. So, thank you so much.
Of course. Anything for you, darling.
So, I want to start a bit with your European season. You just finished up playing your
Mhm.
first overseas with your first overseas team with Sopron, where you just won the Hungarian national championship. So congratulations. That's absolutely massive. I want to know what sort of made you decide to leave Townsville Fire, leave the WNBL to enter this next chapter and adventure.
Well, honestly, for me, it was just a matter of wanting to find a different kind of motivation. Um, I've always been someone that really thrives being an underdog, and like I've won a championship in the WNBL. I'm not like a big person when it comes to individual accolades, so I felt like I've made the Opals. I've had pretty solid seasons in the WNBL, and I just wanted to go somewhere else and start from the bottom. Like that was really simply it. Is having to focus every week on different players and different environment, prove myself, go over there and no one knew who I was. And for me, that was just a really nice clean slate. Obviously I loved my time at the Fire and I did love my time in the WNBL, but I just needed to mix it up to spark something new in me. And I feel like it did that. So I feel like I got as much out of it as I possibly could at.
I really love that. And like, I guess, speak of
Thank you.
like the spark and mixing things up. What do you think really elevated in your game, transferring from the WNBL to Europe? What do you think that you added to your, let's say, coaches love to say, it, what tools did you add to your toolbox?
Um, I feel like honestly, just being able to play different styles of basketball. Like every country that we would go to would play a different style. So, one week you're playing in France and they play a completely different style. So the next time you're in Italy or Turkey or back in Hungary. And I think it's just really, you have to be really adaptable in that environment. And it was something that, I was very used to Shannon's system. I was very used to playing in that environment. So it was really nice to just have to go somewhere, be very uncomfortable. And it really did take me like 3 months to figure out what was going on, where my head was at, and how to thrive. But I got there in the end. So I feel like that is definitely the biggest thing I took away from it is being able to play different styles and systems.
And I think this leads perfectly into my next question. For people who don't know or haven't really heard about it, Europe is beyond tough, like physically, with all the games and trainings that you play, and every coach is so different, as well as all the travel. Like you're not on a plane all the time. You can be traveling on
Hmm.
buses for hours on hours on hours.
Yeah.
As well as just like the mental strain of it all. What do you think was some adversity that you most had to overcome whilst being there?
Honestly, being isolated from your support network is very difficult. Like, I had a fair bit of stuff going on up until February. I had a few family things going on. And so, for me, battling through mental struggles and then having to perform, like, when you're in
Mm.
Europe, it's a business. Like, here, you can be a really good person and people are going to love you for that. And then they'll be patient with you and want you to perform. And Chopron really did support me. And my coach was amazing in letting me go home in February. But, like, just being away from your support network, you have to really, really know yourself and know how to thrive mentally without, being able to call your parents or call your best friend every 5 minutes to talk to them about what's going on. So I think for me, that was the biggest adjustment. And yeah, once things settled down and I came back from home and I settled back in, I feel like I started to really thrive. But that adjustment for me, I was like, oh my God, like I've been all over the world, but this is different.
This hits different. But I think
Yeah.
that's some really good intel for future players who are wanting to go over there to actually be real about it. Like it's not easy. It's not
Yeah.
easy breezy.
It's
It's like
not. No.
social media, you show the best parts of yourself, but there are times
100%.
where like it is tough. Um, And look, I know you've only played 2 games. One was with Diamond Valley and one was with the Opals.
Yeah.
But since being back and just playing for Australia and back in an Australian league, how have you noticed just the difference in your game? Like, do you feel like elevated on another level?
Oh, hello, you know me, Colin. I just loving it. Like just being back in Australian basketball, I feel like I'm just having fun. And over here it's definitely like a bit more, you play with your friends. Like even in
Yeah.
the Opals, like it's just been so great to play with people you really enjoy playing with. I've got Woody here, my best mate. So that's been really cool. But yeah, like it's just I think the game is a lot more physical over there. If they're coming back, obviously it's been physical with the New Zealand series, but yeah, that first game of Diamond Valley, I was like, don't touch anyone. Just,
Yeah.
let me breathe because I don't want to foul out in 3 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm a little rough around the edges, you know me. So probably the physicality is the biggest difference I might have noticed. But yeah, I feel like the FIBA reffing in this series has been awesome so far. Like I've been able to really get up and physical and I'm thriving a little bit in that aspect.
Yeah. Oh, no, well, it's amazing. It's great to see something like you add and you get used to and actually like bring it over to another competition when it is definitely an asset of yours. And so, like I said before, you just won the Hungarian National Championship. And I want to know, how was the final series in general? Because you went to a game 5 decider. And I guess what was different, what you learned from there to like learning what you did with Townsville Fire in the WNBL and all the finals experience you had there?
5 games is a different kettle of fish. Like, oh my gosh. So you've really got to be so focused. I feel like for a 3 game series in the WNBL, it's like first game is so important and
Yeah.
then it's must win from there for someone. So there's pressure on every game. Whereas like we won the first game and then we lost 2 in a row. And so it was like we're down 2-1. And I think that pressure came out into, I was like, all right, yeah, game 4, probably should switch back on now, guys. Like we need to be a little bit better because well, we just lost 2 in a row. And you're driving 6 hours between every game. And
Yeah,
so
rough.
it's not just like a matter of, I don't know, like you just switch that gear and you get to fly here and there. It's like, no, you got to get on a bus for 6 hours, get home at 2 a.m., sleep. Now you got to play game 5 in less than 36 hours from when you finished 6 hours away and had beer and spit poured on you from above when you won on the buzzer. So, like, it's a bit hostile, but, loves it. Like, honestly, just such a unique experience. And, like, you've really got to just lock in. In 5 games, it's just, yeah, it's so weird. I don't know. I was like, okay, game 4 and 5.
Look,
Lock in, Stephanie.
well, and then you won in game 5 and you got to raise this trophy with your
Yes,
teammates. Just how was that? Tell us about that feeling.
mate. How cool is like the left, right, up? Like
L-
that was, I saw it in EuroLeague. I saw Ezzy do it. I was like, oh my God, I love this team that I'm playing for. I want to do that with my friends.
Yeah,
Like, because we had such a good relationship. Like, I genuinely loved every single person on my team. And so I saw this left, right, trophy goes up, confetti pouring above. And I'm like, I want to
the
do
best.
this with my team. And
Mm.
so when we won, it was like, left, right, up, let's go. Like,
It shouldn't be hard.
yeah. She's like, we're going right first. I was like, but it's left, right.
So,
Like, I'm not from here, but it looked left, right. So, it was just unreal. Like the confetti pouring and just singing like "We Are the Champions" laying on the floor with your best
so
mates. I can't
it's
even
yeah.
express. So it was just the most surreal feeling, and it was such a reward for such a fun season of basketball.
Oh, well, a massive congratulations for that. And then I don't know if you can give us any intel, but for all your fans who love watching you and supporting you, will you be going back to Europe? Maybe that can be the first question. The second one, will it be
Yes.
Sopron? What can you tell us? What can't you?
So I'm going back to Europe. I am. And it will be a little bit different this time.
Yep.
I'll probably drop there, but I will be back in Europe. So no, I won't be back for the WNBL this season.
Okay.
I do want to return there in a couple of years, but I'm loving this Europe like part of my career. So I just really want to like divulge into that and keep going.
Amazing. Well, Reedy fans out there, hashtag watch this space and catch her in Europe. Get all the YouTube links. Um, So now let's go to NBL one. So last weekend you had your first game, your debut with the Diamond Valley Eagles, and you were just, low key absolutely dominant with the 37 points, which
Relax.
included 6 3 balls made, 8 steals, which we know you're just an absolute dog on defense. I love it. And 7 assists. How did it feel, firstly, just playing your first game back in so long on home soil?
Well, I was like definitely not in the right time zone for this game. I landed like 2 days earlier. I'd been up since 2 a.m. that day. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna just fully relax about this game, and it's gonna go one of two ways. I'm gonna be really good or really awful, and hopefully it's the really good.
Yeah.
Um, but like the girls are just so awesome. Like they're so lovely. They're so accepting. Like I had training on Thursday, and I went, and oh my gosh, I was blowing a gasket. I could not breathe. They're like, "You're great." And I was like, "That's really kind, but I'm not right now. Thank you, though."
Yeah, you're doing
Um,
great, sweetie.
yeah, and like Abby is a legend. Like she just does. I mean, I know she won Breakout Player of the Year, but she really doesn't get talked about enough. Like she is phenomenal. Like great human being, such a hard worker. And I literally said to her, "I'm like, mate, this is your team. Like." I'm just here to play with you. Like, this has been your team. I want to play with you. You're a great kid, great defender. Like, you got the best player. You match up on her.
Give this old gal a break.
Looking
That's
for
on you
weeks
now.
that I might play some defense. But yeah, like she's such a legend. And so like I feel like she was finding me in all the spots. Like I was just shooting open shots. It wasn't like I was doing anything magnificent. Like I was just getting what was created for me. And I feel like that was a huge credit to her. Like she put us on her back for real. I just showed up and like tried my best.
Oh. No, I love that. And I am going to ask you a few questions about Abby Ellis and that relationship you guys will have in a little bit. But I want to know, I guess, what do you love most about playing in the NBL one? And do you have any goals like for this season while you're playing here?
Yeah, I mean, like obviously, I like have a lot of respect for Dee as a coach. Like she was the reason I went to Diamond Valley, and I told her like coming to her program, I want to win a championship. Like you don't really join a program just to play. I don't join a program just to
No.
play and fill my time anymore. Like I would rather not play than give my half of myself to a team. And so, I definitely want to win the NBL one with her and these girls. We've still got a
Good
few
luck.
people.
Falcons are still coming, bruh.
I'm
Falcons.
pretty sure I'd play you like my first game back. Thank you. But yeah, like definitely weird. But I love playing in the NBA because you just have a different level of freedom and like the league is strong. Like I think that the league has teams that are better than some of the teams I was playing in the Hungarian league for sure. Like the
Wow.
top team 100% could compete with those like that mid-level European league. So it's tough. Like every game I have to match up on someone I actually have to play defense
Mm.
for and it holds you accountable and to a good standard in the off season. So yeah, I'm excited to play with this group and yeah, hopefully get some dubs, I love a good dub. Hopefully win another championship, that'd be good. Yeah, that's it.
So now I want to speak about your teammates. So you'll be suiting up with Lara McSpadden, who's
Oh,
also your mate, and
yes.
Abby Ellis. How fun is it just to be out on court with these teammates? And I guess what do you like about their individual games?
I haven't played with Spatty in like 3.5 years. So, like everyone knows she's my best mate, like literally sisters at this point. But like to play with her again, I just can't wait. Like she's so dynamic. Like, she's a great defender, amazing talker, great screener, great roller. Like you couldn't ask for anything else as a point guard wanting a big. And then Abby, like I think it's just like a fun dynamic duo. It just takes the pressure off both of us. We can both make decisions. We can both play defense. We can both pass and score. So I think just like that three alone is a really fun three to start with. And then you've got like Erin Riley running around. You've got really good locals. We've got Orla O'Reilly. I know you're a bit familiar with her.
I love Orla, but
Yes, she's a
she did the
bucket.
dirty and left us. But no, I
On
love her.
you.
She's a great
Did the
chick.
great on us.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just fun. Like I think, it's just such a dynamic team, such a good group of individuals and like I mean Erin's leading us, but there's so many vocal people within the group that, I think it'll just be really fun to play amongst the group.
I love that. And Abby just finished her first season also at the Townsville Fire with
Yep.
Shannon Seabom. And that's really where your career blossomed and just like really took off. And you and Shannon are just known for being like basketball junkies, like watching lots of film, like having an IQ for the game. And do you think Abby playing under Shannon will help grow her game and help improve like it did yours?
Absolutely. I mean, me and Woody make jokes because we're like, mate, it took us 4 or 5 years to get to where you are. And in one year, you've just like, you're just skipped all the steps, mate. Like you're in the Opals, breakout player of the year, you're starting, like phenomenal job. But holy moly, like she's killing it. I think she plays with so much confidence. But the thing is, people see this like loud, aggressive person on the floor and they don't know her off the court. Like she's such a hard worker. She wants to get better. Like she's asked me so many questions in the last week and a half. I'm like,
Love
mate,
that.
I don't even know. Like not even on your time zone yet. But like she's just such a keen learner and like as someone older than her, I've got like 5 years on her, I think, God forbid. I just want to help her. Like I think, she has so much to learn and what a crazy starting place she's at. Like how insane for her to be so talented this early in her career, like first year pro, absolutely getting buckets and killing it, leading a team to, a championship game. Um, it's phenomenal. So I can't wait to help her. And there's definitely parts of her game that she wants to work on, Shannon wants her to work on. And yeah, I'm just here to, give her support and be there for her, especially through the off season. I think we'll be really good together. And like, I want to just take her under my wing like a little sister. And yeah, she's a good kid. So I really like her. Yeah.
Oh, and you two, like, you will be a menace, like you said, a backcourt duo. It'll be almost like twins in the backcourt. I feel like you do have assets where it is both similar. And like you said, taking Abby underneath like your wing, helping like the leader that you are, grow her game like where she wants to. How do you think you both will complement each other on the floor?
I think it's just like having someone else that can do the ball handling duties. Like when I was in Europe, I played the one and the two a little bit. We played a lot of 2 point guards and it's fun. Like it takes the stress off your back to know that sometimes I don't have to bring the ball up. Maybe I can just come off the action and say for her, like if one of us is heating up, we can run something for the other person and vice versa. Like it's such a good dynamic duo. Like we both play defense off each other. I mean, I'd hate to be any guard trying to bring the ball up the court when you know that if I'm not guarding you, Abby is like,
Yeah.
God forbid, she's such a little terrier. And so yeah, and I think just in trainings, matching up on each other, like we're getting better every day. So it's fun in that way. And I think it's not even just games that will help each other out, but throughout the season, working out together, being a part of, the same environment, same team. Yeah, I think we'll both develop a lot soft season.
And I feel like that's maybe a trend at the moment because in the WNBA, the Indiana Fever brought in Sydney Colson to help Caitlin Clark come off the ball. Same at Seattle Storm. They have Skylar Diggins and they've brought in Erin Wheeler,
Yeah,
Erica Wheeler to help that. And I'm like, I think maybe
exactly.
this is a trend and I really like it because you're both playmakers, but you're both facilitators at the same time. So
100%.
good luck for the rest of the NBL one season.
Praise.
Now,
Do you mean it? No.
yeah, not when we play you. I want all the luck. But now let's move on to Opals because this is literally what you're in the thick of right now. So you and the girls had your very first game against the New Zealand Tall Ferns for the Trans Tasman Showdown on Wednesday night. How did it feel just wearing the green and gold again?
Oh, amazing. And like playing on home soil as well is just an added bonus. Like you get introduced in the lineup, you see all these green and gold jerseys in the crowd. It's a real feeling. Like to be able to represent Australia again is such an honor. And it's fun. Like this group is so much fun. Just we even said after the game, I was talking to Woody and I was like, how was that your first experience? Did you enjoy it? Like, well, she's like, that was so fun to play with a group of people that there's just no one cares about who gets the credit. Everyone's playing to their best. Like it's just such a fun style of play that we're adapting. And yeah, like it was really, really fun and enjoyable, especially with this group this week.
And it's really great to hear that because we know as players that's really not always the case. And for there to be so many debutantes come and for that to be their experience, like that actually genuinely makes my heart like really happy for them
Yeah.
because we've all been there.
It's been a lot of fun. Yeah. And like you've got Mila, Fowler, Abby, like just Woody, obviously, but you've just got four debutantes that are just so keen and ready to learn and just go out there and absolutely get buckets. I'm like, Mila, what is this? Who debuts with 23 points? Okay, sis, like, love
Go
this for
go
you.
off, Queen,
You're a
right?
bucket. But yeah, though, it's just such a good group. Like, it's been a lot of fun.
And then you were also announced as captain, which thoroughly deserved. You are a great communicator. I feel like you're always getting around your teammates. Can you tell us how this happened, how you found out, and just like how much of I know that would have been an extremely huge honor to you. How did this
Yeah.
all come about?
How does it all come about is a great question because I was like, wow, that is not what I expected coming into this week. It never crossed my mind. Like, yes, I'm a very vocal human and like I do love to get around my teammates and be supportive. And I guess with the point guard spot, you are a designated leader. So I guess that kind of helped. But it was just not an expectation at all. I didn't even think there would be a captain, you know. So no, I don't even cross the line. So when Goz told me, I just couldn't believe it. And you know, he said like off the back of Europe and just my voice within the group, like that was why the choice was made. But you know, Paul's like there's so many vocal leaders, so you never really see yourself in that role. And obviously those people are still great leaders and great vocal people within the group. But yeah, it's what a privilege to like lead your country in any series, any game. Just couldn't believe it. I was in complete and utter shock. And then for Chrissy to present the captaincy to me was just, you know, someone I looked up to my whole life. Yeah, surreal moment. Definitely one for the books.
Oh, well, I'm really happy for you. And like, definitely, like you
Thank
said,
you.
enjoy it and soak it all up because you
Oh, I
deserve
am.
it. And I'm basking in my glory.
Yeah,
And,
same. Soaking it all in.
and I want to know, I guess, what do you pride yourself on when leading a team? Like, what do you really want to be, I guess, known for when, you are in that role? And like you said, you're a point guard, so you already have to be a general, but that doesn't come naturally to everyone either. So yeah, what do you pride yourself on?
I think just like it's always been something as a point guard though I feel like you get the best out of people when they feel good. And so like I just want to be able to make sure that everyone feels comfortable and you know, you missed a shot, it's okay. Like you do not live or die by the fact you missed or made a shot. Like just making sure that people feel supported. You know, obviously there's like off court things that you're meant to take care of as a captain, but like on the court, I just want to be encouraging and be a positive voice for people so that they can feel as comfortable as they can in this environment. Like, you know, it is stressful. There is
Mhm.
pressure. Like you're representing your country. And so especially the debutantes, like I really try to get around them as much as possible and just making sure that everyone feels supported, heard, and understood here. Like it's tough. Like it's not easy. I've been in their position. I've played 0 minutes, 2 minutes, like 27, like it's just you just mix it up and I just want to make sure everyone feels like they're having a great experience and enjoying this basketball because it doesn't happen every day.
Amen. It doesn't. It
Yeah.
doesn't. And you and the Opals defeated the Tall Ferns in game one, 88-70. What do you think the team did really well in game one?
We just played physical. Like it just started on defense for us and then we let offense come to. Like that was really all it was defense, defense, defense.
Yes, all of you were definitely up and in on defense, and definitely from the point guards. It was amazing to see you, Rochi, Ellis, really getting up and in on those guards. And then the bigs, they were just bumping bodies. So I definitely agree with you. Defense was absolutely key. And I'm sure with the new FIBA rules, that will be something that you guys will have to do for the next few games. But Reedy, I know you're super busy. You have to go. She has a team meeting, everyone. So unfortunately, we have to cut it short. But I just want to say thank you so much for joining me today. Good luck to you and the Opals for your next two remaining games in the Trans Tasman Showdown. And to everyone else listening in, thank you, team. Make sure you tune in next week as we talk more things basketball around the globe. It's a cold world.